Trust is all that's left of us. But only if you ever worry. While the signs were clear, they had no idea. You just get used to living.
Epic Duel Time is brought to you by Merrimack Games and Comics. Check them out on Facebook and visit their site at merrimackgames.com.
We walk the plank with our eyes wide open.
What's up, YouTube? Evan from Epic Duel Time here. Every now and then, I see a deck or archetype that I find pretty spectacular and stands out a bit. Generally, it's got either a cool name or a cool theme, cool artwork, or maybe even has real meta viability or has cool combos. And in this, I've found the Tanukit, also known as Raccoon Rascals. And it's just a deck. There's 3 members of the archetype right now. There's 2 level 2 monsters, and they're beasts. And it's basically all they do is just based around level 2 beasts. And then an Xyz that is a beast monster that requires 2 level 2 beasts. And I thought, I wonder how many cards could go with this. And then I found out quite a few. And generally, I don't post up deck lists like this of my own because I find it's a little early on, and I generally don't want to give away every single cool idea I ever had all at once. But then I've been seeing some other deck lists on YouTube, and I was kind of sitting there going, that's cool and all, but it's not exactly the direction that I saw the deck go in. And I've been testing this probably for about, I don't know, 35, 40 hours already, and it's already week 1. I've been test playing this nuts, and I'm finding that it's really good and really effective, and it's not just a fun archetype, that it's really actually some competitive stuff in here. So I want to talk about it. And again, I'm not trying to hate on anybody's build or anything, but I think people have kind of missed the point so far on it. And I think that this deck might be kind of where the on point comes in with this archetype. So before I get too deep into it, I want to explain the 3 members of the archetype of the Raccoon Rascals. First, we have Pompoko, the Raccoon Rascal. When this card is normal summoned, you can special summon 1 level 2 beast type monster from your deck in face down defense position, except Pompoko, the Raccoon Rascal. You cannot special summon other monsters except beast type monsters. During the turn, you activate this effect, which is fine because generally you're going to go into Tantan, the Raccoon Rascal. His effect is a flip effect that says special summon 1 level 2 beast type monster from your deck except Tantan, the Raccoon Rascal. Finally, your Xyz monster you're going to want to go into all the time is number 64, Sindayu, the Vetanuki, or the translation I have says Veta Raccoon, which is what I'm going to be referring to him as. He requires 2 level 2 beast type monsters. And once per turn, you can detach an Xyz material from this card to special summon 1 Kagemusha Raccoon token, beast type, Earth, level 1, attack question mark, defense 0, and that token's attack becomes the same as the highest attack of a monster on the board. And while you control another beast type monster, this card cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. What makes him so interesting is because he resembles heavily Dracosac. Except his tokens are way better, because his tokens are going to be, they can be really big, because if your opponent has, let's say a 2,500 point monster, you have a 2,500 point token now. So he kind of is like a Dracosac making Gores-like tokens, almost in that sort of way. The only thing he can't do is obviously pop the tokens to do anything, but that's fine. So now I'm going to get down to the deck list. First, 3 of the Pompoko, 3 Tantan, 3 super nimble Mega Hamster. And the reason we're really running this is because we want to get into our Nimble Mamunga. Nimble Mamunga is actually what I find you're going to be your turn 1, turn 2 soul of your deck. You want this out. If you don't draw multiples, you want to play this. It's just generally an amazing card for this, because what you're going to do is you want to go into Veta Raccoon as soon as possible. And Nimble Hamster lets you dig to Tantan, which then lets you get into your Mamunga. And if your Mamunga dies, you're already on 5 monsters because you're going to summon 2 more. Next, 1 Giant Rat. This is just for consistency, another way to get into Mamunga or the Key Mouse. I'll mention that later. Then I'm seeing this part that people aren't doing, and I don't get it because it's so important and so good, and I don't know why you'd miss out on this, is being able to run 2 Reactin and 3 Redox. Your whole deck is Earth. The whole deck can be Earth. So why not do this? Like, this is crazy good. Graveyard control, summoning, cranking out Redox over and over and over again. And people say Redox isn't that great, but if you're synchroing, it's nutty. And if you run into like dead Momongas in hand or a dead hamster, like let's say like you've already got like a Veta Raccoon on the board and you're already packing a decent monster on the field, or you got a tuner or something, like why would you want like dead like hamsters and, you know, Momongas in hand where you can summon, you know, Redox and then, you know, normal Key Mouse and Synchro? Like, you can make some pretty great plays here. And then you run 2 Grand Soil. I find 2 honestly is mild. Like, I seriously am considering running 3 at this point because of how much graveyard control is. Think about it. You have too many monsters, you take them away with Redox. You need more monsters, drop them in with Reactin, or just keep summoning things because everything digs out another card. Next, 1 Key Mouse. I originally was going to run like a TG Striker or something, but then my friend Dan, also with Epic Duel Time, he said this monster. We had talked about it, and I thought, you know, after he showed me his build, he was running 2, and I thought about it, I was like, you know, no, I want to run it. So I'm running it as a 1-of. I think it's pretty cool. When this card's destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can add a level 3 or lower beast-type monster from your deck to your hand. That's a searcher! Great! More digging. More consistent digging. You can get a Ponpoko off this. You can get your Momonga, God forbid you need it. You can do all sorts of cool stuff. Next, Double Veiler. Just a great card. Why not? You can normal summon it with your Redox. You can... I don't think it requires much explanation. Double Lance. I'm running this mostly because when you go with Veta Raccoon and you summon a token, it's going to be equal to the highest attack on the board, which is more likely than not going to be your opponent's monster because Veta Raccoon only has 1,000 attack. So when you go to ram the token to their monster, you can lance it and win. Next, 2 Duality. This just digs you in deeper in opening turns, searching for a hamster or a Momonga. Set up a good hand, maybe get some back row. Next, Book of Tayu. Why I'm running Tayu is because you can make some really cool plays with Ponpoko or Tantan. If you play Ponpoko, you're going to get his effect, and you're going to summon Tantan. And then from there, you can tie the Tantan up and summon Momonga in defense mode. And from there, you can overlay into Veta Raccoon, so you'll have a Veta Raccoon, his token, and a Momonga in defense mode. I think it's a really strong board for turn 1. Just for 2 turns as well. Because Veta Raccoon's not going anywhere. They're not going to attack them. They're not going to attack the Momonga anytime soon. And when they go to summon a monster, they're going to have to attack the token. They'll kill the token. Next turn, you're just going to make a new token, and it's going to copy the new monster's attack, and from there you can make plays. Next, 1 Book of Moon. Everything, you have like tons of monsters that are based on flips, so why not? And plus, it's been an excellent card this last format, so I think it'll be just as good next. Dark Hole, Heavy, Reborn, Avarice, Warning, Judgment, Double Compulse, and Double Fiendish Chain. Now, I know that, you know, the Forbidden Limited list hasn't hit, so we don't know if any of these cards are still going to be even around. Like, we don't know what's going to happen to the Elemental Dragons. We don't know what's going to happen at all. This is just me saying, screw everything else. This is what it looks like today. And that's it. Next, for the extra deck, 2 Veta Raccoon. I'd run 3, but I just think it gets to be a little much in the extra. Plus, with the Avarice, I mean, you're passing through your deck really quickly. So there's no reason why not, you know. I didn't find that I ever needed a 3rd. Next, Shining Elf, Daigusto Phoenix, and Agachi. Those are it for my rank 2s. Next, to rank 7, Big Eye, Dracossack, and a Master of Blades. Next, Formula, Armory Arm, and Naturia Beast. Now, where I'm getting Naturia Beast from is that if you have a set Tantan, and this can be one of those like little, you know, situation things. If you have like a set Tantan, you could summon like a Ponpoko or a Momonga off of that, and then normal summon Key Mouse. Key Mouse is your Earth tuner, and everything else in your deck's Earth as well. So if you've got, like, let's say you've already preset the hamster, you'd flip it Remember that it summons a level 3 or lower beast type monster, so if you've got Hamster and Tayu, you have a 1-turn Naturia beast play. That's not too bad, but you have actually ways of getting this Naturia beast out, so that's pretty cool. Next, Cataster. Again, you've got the Veilers and the Keymouse. And you can use the Keymouse with the Reactin as well, because he's level 4, God forbid he's dead. Next, Stardust, Colossal, and a Crimson Blade. For the side, generic stuff. This would change day to day. I'm not really sure exactly what my heart's set on. This is just generic stuff. Double Maxi, Double Thunder King, Double Droll and Lock, Triple MST, Triple DNA Surgery. This would definitely be for the Spellbook deck because, well, all your stuff is Beast, and if you just say DNA Surgery, switch to Beast, everything's Beast now. So, like, everything's still the same, nothing changed for you. Like, oh, Redox is Beast, but you're not really using him to be a dragon anyway. So, they're screwed, and you're still playing under the exact same turns as when you started. And then, 3 Mind Drain. I really like this archetype, and I really like this deck. I'm not too keen on, like, some of these builds that I'm seeing. They're just super slow and super, like, awkward and cloggy and silly. This is how I really genuinely see this deck. I'm probably going to post up a video as well alongside this that shows you some online matches of me using this deck, and just showing it off a little bit, because I think it's good. I think this is a really cool deck, and hopefully you guys can see this video and enjoy it and try the deck out yourselves. Again, I don't ever post my own builds, but this is one I kind of want to really share with you guys and get it out there for you guys to check out. As always, like, comment, subscribe, and keep dueling America.
Thank you.